Hi everyone, this is Bill. Today I'm going to show you a game played between Mikhail and Iivo. The game was played in 1958. Tal had the white pieces and he started with e4. e6, d4, d5. We have a French defense, and after e5 we have the advanced variation. c5, c3, knight c6, knight f3, queen b6. Black is focusing his pieces on the d4 pawn. Bishop to d3, c takes d4, c takes d4. And now, a question. Should black capture the pawn on d4? If knight takes pawn, knight takes knight, queen takes knight, there's a tactic for white. Can you find it? If you found bishop to b5, that's great. King d8, queen takes queen. White is much better. So, instead of taking the pawn, Black played bishop to d7. Tal castled. And only now, Ney played knight takes d4. Knight takes knight, queen takes knight. And now white can't play bishop to b5 with check because of the bishop on d7. Instead, white played knight c3. Queen takes e5. Rook to e1 attacking the queen. Queen to d6. Knight to b5 attacking the queen once more. Queen to b8 defending the c7 square. Queen to f3. Bishop to d6 attacking the pawn on h2. Queen takes d5. The pawn on e6 is pinned. Bishop takes h2 check. King h1. Bishop to c6 attacking the queen. Tal played queen to g5. Even better would have been queen to h5 attacking the bishop on h2. After bishop to c7, rook takes e6, check. The pawn on f7 is pinned. Knight to e7, bishop to g5, attacking the knight. Black would have had to play bishop to d8. This position is very hard to hold as black. But, in this position, instead of queen to h5, Tal went with queen to g5. Knight f6. Black is sacrificing the pawn on g7. But if queen takes pawn, black plays rook to g8. The queen only has two squares left, f6 and h6. Wherever she goes, say f6, black can play bishop takes g2, checkmate. In this position, white would have had to sacrifice his queen in order to stay in the game. However, Tal saw this and instead played f4, cutting the communications between the queen and the bishop. h6 attacking the queen. This move has a downside. It weakens g6. Tal did his thinking and decided to capture on g7. Rook to g8. This is a critical moment of a game. If you want, you can try to pause the video and guess the move that Tal played. Tal played rook takes e6. A rook sacrifice. F takes e6. Bishop to g6 check. What I said earlier is that h6 weakened the g6 square. If black hadn't played h6, the bishop wouldn't have been able to come to g6. King to d8. Tal took on f6, and Ney resigned. Why did he resign? Let's see. If king to c8, the only move, queen takes e6, forking the king and the rook. King to d8, queen takes g8, king to d7, queen f7 check, king to d8, queen to e8 checkmate. This checkmate is forced. From this position, where black resigned, he has no way to avoid checkmate. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like or a comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Bye for now.